What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about 4 Barcelona Femení players who in my opinion absolutely need more playing time this season. These are players with incredible talent, but talent alone isn't enough. If they don't play consistently, they'll never reach the next level. This is just my personal ranking, so if you disagree, that's completely fine. Let me know your own top 4 in the comments below. Now, let's get started. Number 4, Schertenleib. At number 4, I have Schertenleib. This will already be her 3rd season at Barcelona, and I honestly think Pere Romeu has to start giving her more minutes. Even after several players left the club, competition for places is still incredibly difficult. In my opinion, Sydney is not a number 6. I think she's much better as an attacking midfielder, a true number 10. She has a powerful shot from distance. She can beat defenders one-on-one with her technique. She's creative and always looks to move the ball forward. If she really wants more playing time, I think she should convince the coaching staff to use her in a more advanced role. However, there are 2 areas she still needs to improve. The first one is her speed, the second is her physical strength. Right now, she gets knocked off the ball a little too easily, especially against stronger opponents. If she improves those 2 aspects, I truly believe she can become an important player for Barcelona. Number 3, Vicky López. Coming in at number 3 is Vicky López. For me, Vicky is one of the biggest young talents in women's football. But without consistent minutes, she can't take the next step in her development. The biggest challenge is her position. She's naturally a central midfielder, but Barcelona's midfield is probably the hardest position to break into. Especially if you didn't spend your entire youth career at La Masia. Yes, Vicky played for Barca B, but that's not exactly the same as growing up through the academy from a very young age. I think she realized that getting regular minutes in midfield would be extremely difficult. That's probably why she started adapting to the right wing position. The problem is, that position belongs to Caroline Graham-Hansen, arguably the best right winger in the world. A coach will almost always choose a natural winger over a midfielder who is still learning the role. But this season, Vicky has to push Caroline for more minutes. She deserves opportunities, even in important matches, because her talent is undeniable. There's also something Pere Romeu should be careful about. Every Barcelona fan knows how Vicky was not happy after winning the Champions League final against Lyon. She truly loves this club. But one of her closest friends, Salma Paralilo, has already left Barcelona. If Vicky continues spending most games on the bench, she could eventually start thinking about leaving too, and Salma might even encourage her to go somewhere she'll play more. That's something Barcelona should definitely keep an eye on. Number 2, Claudia. I already know some of you are going to disagree with this one. Claudia Pina already plays a lot, that's true, but for me this season is about confirming her status as one of the team's leaders. Back in 2024, Claudia was Mariona Caldente's backup. She was constantly knocking on the door, waiting for her chance. When Mariona left Barcelona, Claudia finally showed everyone why she deserved that spot. But even after Mariona's departure, Pere Romeu still preferred other players in the biggest Champions League matches. Despite the fact that Claudia kept scoring goals, the turning point for me came in the 2025 Champions League semi-final against Chelsea. Her performance off the bench completely changed the game. Then she was outstanding again in the second leg. Those 2 matches proved she deserved to start. Then came the Champions League final against Arsenal. It was her first final as a starter. She even hit the crossbar. Unfortunately, she didn't have her best game, and Barcelona lost the final. Then in 2026, she lost her starting place in the final to Salma Paralilo. And there's something very interesting about Salma. Every time she starts a Champions League final for Barcelona, the team wins, even in matches where she doesn't contribute much offensively, like the finals in 2023 and 2024. Why? Because defenders are terrified of her pace. They know they can't leave space behind them. That's exactly what Claudia Pina still needs to improve. Her speed, her physical strength. Technically, I believe Claudia can connect midfield and attack just as well as Mariona did. But I honestly think Claudia is an even better finisher. If she improves physically and becomes faster, I believe she'll become an undisputed starter. Number 1, Kika Nazareth. And finally, my number 1 is Kika Nazareth. For me, she's the player who absolutely has to play more this season. Otherwise, there's a real chance she could decide to leave. Pere Romeu has to trust her, because Kika is an incredible talent. Personally, I don't see her as a traditional central midfielder. I see her playing as a number 10, something similar to the role Hansi Flick likes to use, where the attacking midfielder plays just behind the striker. That's where I think Kika would shine. She could also play as a false 9. Her football intelligence, creativity, and technical quality would make a huge difference in that position. Some people say her profile doesn't perfectly fit Barcelona's traditional midfield style. I disagree. I simply think she hasn't been used in her best position yet. If Pere Romeu finally gives her that freedom, I truly believe she'll become one of Barcelona's most important players. So that's my ranking of the 4 Barcelona Femení players, who absolutely deserve more playing time this season. Now I want to hear your opinion. Do you agree with my list? Who would you put at number 1? Did I leave someone out? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another Barcelona Femení video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.